Hey guys, Marsingin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we just got an update in the news for upcoming stages being added to the quest mode. Now, this isn't necessarily normally a thing I would make a video about if this was the only thing that was being announced. However, we do have a little bit of information. We did see on the roadmap that this was going to be happening very soon, that was posted in the producer letter. But with stages 5 to 8, of Quest Dokkan Story Area 36, we are going to be getting the Dokkan Awakening for that free-to-play AGL Bardock that came out a little while ago. Because, of course, now, you got to remember, we are in the era of the sync. That the sync is live. Global's got a couple of things to catch up on. I'm going to do a video about that soon, like when those, I think those will fit into the schedule. Things like Jiren, the Peppy Gal banner, Roshi. But everything new that is coming out, remember, is now coming out at the same time on both versions. So, a new battle in another world Bardock can be Dokkan Awakened after the new stages become available. So, Awakening medals required for Dokkan Awakening can be obtained with the treasure item. So, it is similar to the other story mode character that we've had so far that has actually awakened fully, which is, of course, the Trunks and Broly, where you don't get the medals from the stages, you get the medals from the green gem shop. And so obviously the stages for the quest mode will drop green gems. They usually add missions in that drop a bunch of extra gems. Often that, in fact, that shop should get refreshed fully, which means the Bluestone shop will probably have more Kais and stuff like that in it as well. But the most important thing is, as we can see from the art, we've been speculating about what this Bardock would awaken into for quite some time. And we can see that he is awakening into a Super Saiyan Bardock. So this is interesting because we talked about this guy quite a bit when he came out. If we switch over to the wiki view here, so this is the all the Bardocks that we have in the game. This is the guy as he is now currently. He's a time traveler's leader. And then we look at his links and his categories. A lot of people was hoping when he first dropped, you know, is this going to awaken into the long-awaited Goku and Bardock card that we've all wanted to see? Could it be like a Team Bardock? Could it be, you know, what's it going to be? So the thing that we talked about then, and is still the case now, for those of you who are not aware, you can tell a lot from these cards by the categories that they get. Because with Dokkan, when they awaken characters, they will add categories. So obviously this guy's getting awakened into Super Saiyan Bardock, so he's going to be having the Super Saiyan category added to his kit. But they don't ever remove categories. So because he has pure Saiyans, it means he could never awaken into, for example, like Bardock and like Gohan. I know that's a weird combo, but anyone who isn't a pure Saiyan. He could awaken into Bardock and another pure Saiyan, and then have joined forces added. And of course, he's on Goku family. So technically, you could say, well, they could awaken into, you know, they could throw a Goku in there. But then you got to look at all these other categories. Low-class warrior, time travelers, storied figures, and then Team Bardock. This was the one that was the real, like, kicker, the fact that he's on Team Bardock. So, of course, he can't have, like, a Goku or Gohan or any sort of weird combo. I'm trying to think of some other characters that could be randomly thrown with him. But, yeah, like, they've got to be on these categories. So the interesting thing is, Super Saiyan Bardock is definitely a speculation that has come up before. But if we take a look at the Super Saiyan Bardocks that are in the game already, this guy is, of course, the Dokkan Fest Bardock from the second Bardock special, where he does transform into a Super Saiyan. And he's on some of the same categories, right? Like, he's still on low-class warriors. He's on Powerful Comeback, which this other Bardock is. Obviously, Bond of Parent and Child. This guy, now that he's got Super Saiyan, obviously has like Miraculous Awakening, Legendary Existence, Super Saiyan. But one of the big things that you can see that is missing in terms of his categories is Team Bardock. Because, of course, by the time we get to the point in the story where he awakens into a Super Saiyan, it's after Planet Vegeta's been destroyed, and then he goes back in time somehow. We've talked about before on streams and stuff how confusing that is, but, you know, it is what it is. So there is no Team Bardock anymore. So this guy isn't on Team Bardock. All the characters that are on Team Bardock are the characters from, like, the original Bardock special. Now, the difference with this guy, of course, is that he is technically not the Bardock from the first Bardock special or the Bardock from the second special with the Super Saiyan transformation. He is just the Bardock from the Dokkan story mode. So just like Trunks and Broly, like, it's almost like an original version of Bardock. So obviously in the story and the updates that we'll be getting with the new stages, I can't say I'm somebody that follows the storyline of the Dokkan Quest mode, but obviously he's going to be with Team Bardock. We can see them in the art for the update. And then this guy, he's going to transform into a Super Saiyan through some like events in the story. So we're going to have a Super Saiyan Bardock that is still on Team Bardock. Because even if we take a look at like one of the older Super Saiyan Bardocks, obviously he is on all these same sort of categories that the AGL one is on, but is not on Team Bardock. So this guy is completely unique, awakening into a Super Saiyan Bardock. So let me know what you guys think down below in terms of what you think he is going to do. Because when we look at his kit, he does give super class allies some support. So depending what his final awakening is, because remember he's going to awaken into an LR, so he's going to get another stage of awakening at some point as well. So he's a support unit for super class allies. He gets a buff against Wicked Bloodline enemies, which unfortunately for the current meta there isn't really any of the like end game stages that are against the Wicked Bloodline character, but he has built-in medium chance to crit. He launches an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super when all allies in the same turn are super class, and then he gets stats on super. So you can see like the blueprints are there for a good awakening, like giving a little bit more support, increasing those medium chances to high chances or even great chances would obviously make him significantly better as well. The buff against Wicked Bloodline is fine, like at some point, you know, if at some point soon we get new stages against Wicked Bloodline enemies, there's no use if we get new stages like a year and a half or so from now, and then this guy's aged out by then. But the important thing is, as long as he's good without needing that buff, which I mean is just a bit of extra attack, right? As long as he's runnable against non-Wicked Bloodline enemies, then that's perfectly fine. So him being a runnable, solid support unit for a superclass team would obviously be very good, because being on Super Saiyans, it means he's going to be on teams like the Physical Trio and the Tech Saiyan Day Vegeta, although of course Saiyan Day Vegeta is an extreme enemy, so this guy seems like he could fit very well onto that Physical Trio team, with needing the superclass allies, obviously characters like the family Kamehameha Gohan, who wants to be around superclass allies as well. So this guy has a lot of potential. Let me know what you think in terms of his kit, what we could see. And then the last part I wanted to talk about is, what do we think he is actually going to awaken into with his final LR form? Because of course there is nothing to say that he isn't just going to awaken into a different Super Saiyan Bardock, right? We've got a couple of them in the game, right? We've got the AGL one that transforms, we've got the physical one, there's the SSR of the STR one, there's the int one from the World Tournament, and the tech one. So we have, apart from I guess the STR one because he awakens into Super Saiyan 2, we have a Super Saiyan Bardock of every typing. Now that is something I did want to mention, of course, is what if when he awakens into an LR, he awakens into Super Saiyan 2 Bardock, because this is the only one we have in the game. And of course, he's very outdated now. He got his EZA over a year and a half ago. So I thought he was pretty good on release. Like, he could get some stacks. He could be relatively good. But he's definitely outdated at this point. So we don't have a Super Saiyan 2 Bardock in the game to worry about getting replaced. And of course, you know, what if they skip that extra step and go all the way up to Super Saiyan 3 Bardock? Unfortunately, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock in the game only exists as a heroes character, so it's very unlikely that they would use Super Saiyan 4, but he could potentially awaken all the way up to Super Saiyan 3. And of course, we don't know what the heroes units are going to be for this year. There are some speculations. I did the video about the custom celebration designed by my boy Prof from the community, and he gave a listing of like following the path of the sagas that have been done from the previous celebrations, kind of backing up why the units that he picked would be the ones that get picked. But remember that we're still missing some crazy characters like Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta and Vegito that I would love to see. And I love Super Saiyan 3, I love the team, I'd love to see it make a bit of a comeback and get some buffs. So if this guy awakened into Super Saiyan 3, an LR Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, that'd be crazy. We do have the free-to-play AGL one. I wonder if he'll ever get like another awakening to a TUR. That's the only thing that makes me think he won't awaken into Super Saiyan 3, because we literally already have an AGL Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, but I could see him awakening into Super Saiyan 2. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I imagine we'll probably get a data download either tomorrow or early on at some point during the weekend, because if this is out in the news today, it means that these stages are probably coming out Saturday morning or late Friday evening if you're in the US. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments section on the awakening for Bardock. What do you think he's going to do? What do you think his LR form will be? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.